name is Captain Raphael Ashe, and I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm deployed to Camp Eggers right now, which is in Kabul, Afghanistan, and I'm with Joint Engineering. On September 11th, I was in the Corps of Cadets at Texas A&M University. I was in my dorm room getting dressed slowly because it was mid-morning after all the morning PT and training had kicked off and everybody was going to class. And I heard yelling out in the hallway, and it turned out to be our cadet commander, and he was yelling for all of us to fall out in the hallway as long as we were decent, and yelled for the sophomores to go down to one end of the hallway and freshmen to go down to the other end of the hallway. We were going to upperclassmen rooms that had TVs in them. And when we got in there, we were crowded around, didn't know what was going on, saw the tower smoking, and as soon as you walk in, everybody's telling you to shut up so they can hear the TV and find out what's going on. And we were watching when the second plane hit, and it was just shock. You know, nobody knew what to say, nobody knew what to do. We were all confused and angry, and like probably most people were when they saw or heard about it. And one guy had the good idea to pray, so we did that. We started wondering, are we all going to get drafted immediately, go and beat up whoever did this? Were we going to finish college, since a lot of us were in ROTC, and then come in as officers? Whether or not we even were going to war with them, because we didn't know what happened. Obviously by the second plane we knew it was an attack, but from who, from where? I don't even remember much of what else happened that day. I don't even remember what class I'd gone to. I just remember that at that point we were the whole campus was just all of one heart, one mind. Looking back, it almost makes me feel like I'm one with the guys who were around when Pearl Harbor hit. I imagine they had the same feeling when they all started hearing about that. I knew I was going to join the military. I had made that decision a long time ago. 9/11 really brought home to me what the military really meant. I thought about traveling, about flying, about seeing the world, about, yeah, sure, fighting bad guys, but fighting bad guys isn't really something a lot of people think about. Some people grow up and they really understand what a bad guy is. What a bad guy is for me had never really sunk in. But when 9/11 kicked off, and especially when they actually started showing the Taliban who were taking credit for it, I mean, it's not just a schoolyard bully who you can laugh about it later. I mean, this is a guy who, bad guy, get rid of him. And so it made it real for me going into the military. Obviously, we did go to war. We did not all get drafted. We did finish out ROTC. So I came into the military in January of '05. I was a December 2004 graduate. This right now is actually my first deployment out here, and it's a little bit overdue in my mind, but I've been doing great things in the Air Force in the meantime. I definitely feel like it was worth it joining the military. It's good to see that even out of something so tragic as the 9/11 attacks, we can come here and help build up one of the poorest countries in the world to, you know, when I go out the gate and they have little kids running around, you know, they'll say, hey, do you have any candy, do you have any of this, you know, do you have any food for me, do you have this? I'm trying to get you to buy the trinkets they're making. Honestly, sometimes a kid just comes up and says, can I please have your bottled water? And it's crazy to think that all they really want is toothpaste and a bottle of water. I hadn't mentioned a whole lot here, some people don't like to hear about it, but faith is a big part of things. Faith is one of the reasons why they attacked us. Faith is one of the reasons why the U.S. has the resilience to come together and bounce back in hard times like these. And my personal faith has been a strong motivator in my life, and is really helping me here as well. Both my faith and, of course, my family.